around the environment, she decided to be assertive. She tells Zuri that her heart has a cost. Like, this is my effort, this is my brain, this is my wisdom, right? This is my skill. So you have to pay for it. So in another instance, when a friend gets angry, Nomusa calmly holds her ground without getting aggressive. So apart from the fact that she's skillful, right? Even when a friend are trying to get angry, right? She speaks calmly and she holds her ground. She communicates respectfully, just like we spoke about last week, right? Without being aggressive. So she learned that assertiveness is a respectful way to stand up for yourself, right? So from Namusa's story, we can see that you not being able to speak up for yourself, you not being able to say, this is what I want, right? And this is what you should give me because this is what I want. It could lead to anger, could lead to resentment, could lead to bitterness, could lead to hatred, could lead to so many unpleasant things, right? But if you're able to communicate respectfully, let people know your mind and say, come, I've worked for this, right? So you have to pay me, right? You would just, you would just be angry. And the person you're even angry at might not even know that you are angry, right? Because it's not their fault. It's you that you're unable to express yourself. It's you that you're unable to speak up, right? So what does assertiveness means? Assertiveness is just the ability to express your feelings, your needs, and your opinions directly and honestly while still respecting others. Remember last week we spoke about communication, that you say whatever you want to say respectfully, right? And it's not just about speaking, it also has to do with your body language, right? So in this instance, assertiveness is what the ability to express your feelings, your needs. Oh, this is what I want, right? Talk to me this way. Don't talk to me that way. Respect me for what I am, right? You want to take my pencil, tell me, let me know. You don't just take my thing behind me, right? And then you can't even apologize. This is who I am. I love it when you tell me thank you. I love it when you ask before cutting in the line. So you've been able to express your feelings, your needs, and your opinions. Oh, I disagree with this, right? Speak up. If you don't accept what is happening within your team, let them know. Say this, I have a different opinion about this. But you know what? All of this should be done with respect, right? Because you sow what you want to harvest. What you give is what you would receive. So if you're disrespectful, people will disrespect you, right? So if you want to be respected, also respect others. So assertiveness is all about you expressing your feelings, expressing your needs and your opinions directly and honestly while still respecting others. You're still respecting others. So it's the perfect middle ground between being passive and being aggressive. Okay, so it's a middle ground. You're finding a middle ground between you being passive, not being able to express yourself, not being able to speak up, and you being disrespectful, being aggressive, right? So it's creating that balance, right? So that's assertiveness. So there are three communication styles. Remember last week we spoke about communication as well, right? So today as well, we have three communication styles, how to be assertive, right? Three types of assertiveness, basically. So we have the passive one. So you don't express. So when we say passive assertiveness or passive style of communication, it involves you not being able to express your needs and let people take advantage of you. And this can lead to resentment, right? Let's say, for example, you're on a line, maybe you want to get on a bus or something, and then someone just bumps in, right? They just bought the line. You've been there for 30 minutes. You've been there waiting for the bus, and then someone just comes and then just bought the line. Within 5 minutes, they've gone into the bus. And it's something they do often and often. They keep doing it. You need to be able to tell them, when you keep quiet, right, that shows you're passive. And you'll be getting angry like this one every day just keeps coming and just butts the line. You will be angry. The person that keeps butting the line, they're excited, like, oh, I came in first. I was able to get on the bus first, right? But they don't know you're hungry. So the middle ground here is for you to do what? Tell them. Be assertive and tell them, hey, stop butting the line. Respect those that have been here for the past 30 minutes. If you know you want to get into the bus on time, then you come early, right? So you tell them respectfully. You tell them respectfully. Be assertive. So being passive means that what? You just let people take advantage of you. You're doing a work that takes your time, requires your time, your effort, and yet, just like the story, people just come, grab it, and they leave without even acknowledging the effort, the investment, the time you have put into it. And yet you don't say anything. That shows you're passive. People will just take advantage of you, right? And that's human for you, right? But you have to be able to speak up. If you don't speak up, they won't give you the respect you deserve. They won't give you the honor you deserve, right? So expressing your need and letting people take advantage of you is a passive way of communication. And this leads to resentment. Then the other one is aggressive style, whereby you express your feelings in a disrespectful or harmful way, right? So someone, excuse me, the case study I used, right? Or the example I used. So for example, the person just butts in the line and you're like, I'm trying to think of how someone can scream now and say, can't you can't you see that other people are on the line? Come on, go back. You know, that's aggressive, right? And could lead to what? It could lead to a fight. It could lead to a fight. A fight could break out as a result of that. So aggressive is you expressing your feelings in a disrespectful or harmful way. Say someone takes your pen or your markers in school, right? And you're like, don't you know it is mine? Like the way you express yourself, you just scream at them, yell at them. There are better ways to express it. Oh, sorry. Did you just take that? You know, let them know, did you just take that? Oh, yeah, I just did. But I think that's mine, right? It's mine. I left it there just to step away to do something else. That way, the person will be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was yours. I thought it was for the teacher, right? That helps your relationship. But when you come and like, are you blind? Is it yours? Does it belong to you? Why would you take someone else's stuff? The person of a truth might not even know that it's not it's not for the classroom, that it belongs to someone specifically, right? That way it could damage your relationship with that person, right? And then when you see the person, you are not even able to say, hi, how are you? How was your day? Because you had already done what? You had spoken in an harmful, disrespectful way to them. So even if you see them tomorrow, by the time they are working with their friends, you'll be like, that girl, she's so disrespectful. That guy, if you see the way he talks, I can't even talk to him anymore. He's so rude, you know? And then they begin to gossip about you. And then you hear from someone and like, oh, those guys are talking about you. And you're like, yeah. And then you know what? It leads to hatred. And then they become your friend that you can't even talk to anymore. Or someone, not your friend now, someone you can't even talk to, like, I hate that guy. Please don't even talk about him right here. Don't talk about her whenever I'm with you, you know? And before you know it, it creeps in. Other people, you begin to, influence them just because of that little thing that happened. Because you both disrespected each other, right? So aggressiveness, aggressive style is you expressing yourself in a disrespectful, harmful way, and this can damage your relationship. So now to our main topic, we talks about assertiveness. That means you standing up for yourself and your needs calmly and respectfully. And this is the best way to communicate, right? This is the best way to communicate. Speak up if you feel something is not right, it's not going well, talk about it. Even at home, right? You feel, oh, this thing that your brother is doing could damage them. Let them know, could injure them, pardon me. Let them know, say, hey, Michael, that thing you're doing, right? Oh, mom, that thing that you said to me that time, I'm not happy about it. It hurts my feelings, right? And mom will apologize. So standing up for yourself, because if, like I said last week, right, if someone doesn't know what you like, they won't know how to communicate with you, right? They will just keep doing it and doing it, and you won't, you will just be angry. And it's because what? And it will continue to lead to quarrel, disrespect, because they don't understand you and you've not been able to communicate it. You've not told them. You've not spoken up for yourself to say, I don't like this, right? Your friend keeps, maybe for example, you don't like, maybe you don't like when someone, you're speaking, right? And someone just jumps in, right? You're talking to someone and someone else just walks in, and that's their manners, that's the way they live, right? That's their behavior, right? And they just come in and just say, oh yeah, I know about that guy. Oh, it's not that guy. And to you, it's a disrespect to you, right? Let the person know that, uncle, depending on who the person is. Oh, hi, Michael. I don't know why it's Michael that keeps coming, but yeah. So Michael, um, just a minute. Can I conclude what I'm saying before you speak? Yeah. Like, can you let me finish? Let me land. Let me complete my statement. Right? And please, next time, I appreciate it when you signal that you have a comment. Then I will give you time to speak. Right? And be sure that you are not the one that keeps butting people's conversation, because if you do, people will do it to you, right? So ensure that what your action as well is not negating what you're saying. Okay. So yeah, so when you let them know, next time when they see you speaking with someone else, that thing will ring in their brain to say, this girl, she doesn't like it when I jump into this conversation. So let me relax, let me calm down. When she's done, I would express my ideas. I'm going to say something. That way, both of you understand your ways of working, your ways of relating, and what it prevents what? It prevents arguments. It prevents them, they won't disrespect you, right? They give you the honor you deserve, and you are able to honor them, right? So you stand up for yourself and your needs calmly. You want to eat, let mommy know. Mommy, this pancake, oh, I don't think I want to take pancake today. Let her know respectfully, and she will tell you, okay, it's rice, Abby. Okay, go and serve yourself. If you're old enough to serve yourself, she will tell you, go and serve yourself. It's fine, because it even saves her the stress, right? You stand up for yourself. Mom, I don't like strawberries anymore. It's grape I like. But you did not tell mom you don't like strawberry, and she keeps buying strawberry. She keeps giving you, and you keep wasting it. You bring it back home. Mom says, you didn't take your strawberry. Yeah, I didn't take it. But yet you can't tell mom, can you please stop buying strawberry? I don't like strawberries anymore. Please buy grape. Please buy watermelon. That's what I like. You being able to tell mom that this is what you like would prevent wastage, right? She'll be able to channel our funds somewhere else. Even the time she spends in the market to be looking for strawberry will reduce, it will stop. You understand? So yeah, stand up for yourself, express yourself respectfully and calmly. Let people know what you like, what you stand for, so that it would prevent what? Disrespect, argument, resentment, bitterness, hatred, jealousy, gossip, all those bad habits that we should not be known with or known by. Okay. So assertiveness is the best way to communicate. Express yourself, speak up for yourself. Right, speak up for yourself. Even in class, you don't understand something and you're looking, and the teacher is moving from level 1 to level 2, and yet you don't understand and you're angry. That teacher self, he will just be talking, 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 yet someone will not understand. Did you let the teacher know you don't understand? Speak up for yourself and let teacher know that you don't understand. Okay? Let teacher know you don't understand so that they can go back. Start from the very beginning, explain from the foundation so that when the test comes up, you understand better and you're able to come out in flying colors, pass with flying colors, that test, right? But if you don't understand, you just come home, you bring grades that are not worth it. And then mom is asking, what happened? You say, I don't understand what teacher was teaching. The teacher doesn't explain well. But did you let the teacher know he doesn't explain well? Or you don't understand, So that would also prevent bad grades. So you want to speak up for yourself, okay? You want to speak up for yourself, okay? So now we're going to move on to checking our understanding, okay? So we're going to move on to checking our understanding. And I'm going to start with what is the main, just a sec. Yeah, I moved on to a new one. So we're going to check our understanding. So I'm going to ask you, what's the main idea of assertiveness? Okay, so I want you to put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. Oh, I love that. I see the chat. Deborah says, my teacher told the class this on Friday. Yes, being able to speak up, I believe. And my mom has told me that's Brennan. Yes, thank you. Beautiful. And see, Coach Victor said he used to be very passive when he was a teenager and people take advantage of him. But personal development helped him to become more assertive. Beautiful. Thank you. Yes. Learn to stand up for yourself. Yes. Thank you. Oh, someone says, Ma, what if she's not nice? So is it the teacher? Someone says, yes, the teacher is not nice. So if the teacher is not nice, if the teacher is someone that you can't talk to, is the teacher will have an head teacher, right? So talk to that head teacher and say, head teacher, oh, I tried first before the teacher is not nice, let the teacher know that this thing, you don't understand. So if the teacher doesn't take it seriously, doesn't explain again, talk to the head teacher, which I believe you would have an head teacher, right? So you talk to the head teacher and say, head teacher, oh, this math, this subject, this topic, I seem not to understand. And I communicated this to this teacher to explain. But before you and go to the head teacher, speak to your friends first. Does your friend understand, or is this something that is common amongst all your classmates? Like nobody in the class understands. So if it's an issue of nobody in the class understands, then you have to then reach out to the head teacher, right? So first tell the teacher and say, teacher, I don't understand. If teacher chooses not to re-explain so that you guys understand, then ask your classmate, okay, please, does anyone understand this? So if someone says, yes, I understand, then okay, please explain to me. But if no one, it now becomes a general thing, class, everyone in the class doesn't understand, then I would advise you go to the head teacher and explain that this topic we don't understand in the class. And we have spoken to our teacher, this particular teacher, to explain to us, but it seemed like she doesn't have her ears, right? And then the head teacher should be able to take it on. If head teacher doesn't take it on, then it becomes the case of maybe headmaster, or I don't know, I can't remember how it's been classified within Nigeria anymore. But you can go to the principal. If you just need to know the hierarchy, after the head teacher, who is next? Tell the next person. If the next one doesn't take action, then it becomes the issue of the principal. The principal definitely must take action, because that is why you're there, right? To learn, right? You are there to learn, and they must be able to do or to explain in a way that you understand what you are being taught. Okay, so try to know the hierarchy first. Okay, try to understand the hierarchy, then ask your teachers, your classmates, right? If it's just you or everybody, then you know how to climb the ladder of hierarchy. Okay, so what's the main idea of assertiveness? So A, being aggressive and disrespectful. B, expressing your needs and feelings respectfully. C, being quiet and letting others take advantage of you. D, yelling at people who don't agree with you. So what's the main idea? Thank you. So I see B in the chat, expressing your needs and feelings respectfully. Beautiful. So in the story, Nomusa was being passive when she asked for money, yelled at Sadiwa, painted for her friend without asking for payment. That's C, painted for her friend without asking for payment. D, gave away her heart for free. Thank you. C, she painted for her friend without asking for payment. And then 3, the best way to communicate is to be A, passive, B, aggressive, C, assertive, and D, loud. What's the best way? Assertive. Thank you. Let me just move this here. I just pray it doesn't break in. Okay, wait just a sec. Okay, just a sec. Right. Okay. It's been assertive. Thank you. See, so number 4, an aggressive communication style often leads to better relationship, B, conflict and damage relationship, C, a quiet life, and D, a clear mind. Okay, number 4, I see B, conflict and damage relationship. Thank you. So number 5, which of these is a good way to practice assertiveness? Using you always statements. B, using I feel statements. C, hiding your feelings. D, crying when you are upset. Thank you. Using I feel statement. Thank you. So don't be judgmental by saying you always do this. That's how you talk. That's how you behave. You always talk that way. No, don't do that, right? Don't be judgmental. You don't want to be judgmental, right? Okay, so 6, the story of Nomasa and Tadiwa teaches us that being assertive is about always getting your way, standing your ground and expressing your needs calmly, making people angry, losing friends. B, standing your ground and expressing your needs calmly. Thank you. So which of these is a benefit of being assertive? You avoid all conflict, it builds your self-respect and healthy relationship, you become a different person, and you get whatever you want. I see B, beautiful. It builds your self-respect and healthy relationships. Thank you. So a person with good assertive skills would likely say what when they are asked to do something they don't want to do? Okay, no, I'm not doing that. You can't make me. Okay, I'll do it and then feel angry. I'm sorry, but I can't do that right now. Why are you always asking me to do things? C, thank you. I'm sorry, but I can't do that right now. Thank you. So B, by practicing assertiveness, Nomusa was able to feel more angry, confident, and in control, passive, guilty. Good, thank you. Confident and in control. Okay, and lastly, the quote, your voice is a powerful tool. Use it with kindness, but never be afraid to use it. Means that you should never use your voice to hurt others, communicate your needs and feelings with respect and confidence. Only talk to people who are angry with you. Thank you. C, communicate your needs and feelings with respect and confidence. Thank you so much, everyone. That was brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so we would move on to our gift and talent reflection question. So I want you to do this at home because of our time. So think about your gift or talent. What is one situation where you could be more assertive to protect your gift or your time? Right? What is one situation where you could be more assertive to protect your gift or your time? So think about it when you get up. Okay. Think about it. Oh, this gift of mine, this thing that I do, right? How can I be more assertive? They just keep dumping things on me. Oh, go and wash the plate. Oh, go and clean the floor. Oh, go and clean the washroom. Oh, go and lay your bed. Oh, go and do this. Do it for your brother. Do it for your sister. Which area can you be more assertive? Remember, you are not to disrespect your parent. You are not to be rude, right? But then you should be able to express it calmly, like, Mom, can I just maybe complete this and then take a break and then I move on to the next thing? That's respect, right? Your mom, of course, would understand. She can't say, no, you have to do everything now. She won't want to do that. She's going to give you a break, right? So, but you just need to speak up. Than just say, only me. I just keep doing it. They don't even ask my brother to do anything. They don't ask my sister to do anything. It's just me doing everything every time. Do they want to kill me? You just keep saying it. But mom doesn't know. Mom is not aware. So that's why you need to tell her, right? You need to tell her. And then she would understand. And then, even when you tell her, she'll be like, and that's true. Why is it that I don't want to use my care game? Why is it that Chidera, yes, let me use Chidera now. Why is it that Chidera doesn't do anything at home? Right? I think I need to begin to split the responsibility. And then she looks for simple things that Chidera can do instead of just putting it all on you. But she won't know if you don't speak up, right? So that's why you need to. Okay, so affirmation, I am assertive. Just say it as I'm saying, I am assertive. I have the right to express my needs and feelings. I will communicate with honesty and respect for both myself and others. My voice is powerful and I will use it to stand up for myself. You see? So you're assertive. You have the right to express your needs and your feelings. Communicate with honesty and respect for both yourself and others. And your voice is powerful. You will use it to stand up for yourself. Okay? And so our feedback. How well did this lesson help you understand your assertiveness? So, not at all is A, B, a little, fairly well is C, and D, very well. So, I want you to put in the chat. How well? Hey, I see this 100%. I see it. Thank you. I see D, very well. Thank you. Okay, was the story of Nomusa a helpful way to explain the topic? A, not at all. B, a little. C, fairly well. D, very well. D, very well. Beautiful. Thank you. Were the questions easy to understand? Not at all. A little. So A is not at all, B is a little, C is fairly well, and D very well. So were the questions easy to understand? Oh, I see 100%. Thank you. I see D, 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 D. Very well. Beautiful. Thank you. So number 4 says, I'm confident that I can start to practice being more assertive in my life. A, not confident. B, a little confident. C, fairly confident. And D, very confident. Oh, I see D, very confident. That's beautiful. My coach or mentor explained the lesson in a clear way. A, not clear at all. B, a little clear. C, fairly clear. And D, very clear. D, very clear. Thank you so much. So that means we're going home and we're practicing. Oh, I see B, a little clear. Okay. So I would maybe advise that you go back and probably listen to the replay once it's available to be sure you understand. And if you still have questions, you have concerns, please do well to reach out to Coach Victor, and then he would pass on your questions and be able to help you understand better. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, see, someone said very well to a point where you made it relatable to our real lives as children. Thank you so much for that feedback. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to, so in summary, okay, assertiveness is a key life skill, okay? So it's not one off, it's something you have to continually do, right? Apply it every day. By learning to express your needs and feelings with respect and confidence, you can build stronger relationships. You can reduce stress, yes, and stand up for yourself without being aggressive. So when you are able to express yourself, you will reduce stress because all this anger, all this gossiping, they cause a whole lot of mental stress, emotional stress. Because you just see the person, you just ease. You are going left though, before you know you've gone right because you are angry at the person. And it's not the person's fault. You couldn't communicate well, you couldn't express yourself, you know. So it will reduce stress for you and it will help you to be at peace with everybody. Okay? And you just need to keep practicing it. I know it might not be easy, but keep at it, keep doing it, don't give up. Okay, as you take it a day at a time, you would see yourself becoming perfect. It becomes your normal way of life. Okay, so it was nice speaking with you all today, and go out there to practice assertiveness. Okay, don't be aggressive, don't be passive, but be assertive. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to hand over to Coach Victor to take it on from there.
Wow, thank you so much, Mark. Can we all say a big thank you to Coach Damilola? Can I see your love emoji, your clapping, your celebration? Keep them coming in. What an amazing class. Wow. Um, just brought back a lot of memories from my childhood. Assertiveness. So how many of you promise to become more assertive? How many of you have made a promise to yourself? I saw some people saying, I used to be aggressive. I hope you promised yourself to be more assertive. And those like me that were once passive, I hope you have promised yourself you will be more assertive, okay? Don't let anyone take advantage of you. All right. Okay, so let's take our PIDA creed. Let's take our PIDA creed together. All right, so just repeat after me. I am a PIDAC ambassador. I'm a child of God. I understand myself. I discover, develop, and unleash my God-given potential. I have strong beliefs and values that guide my actions and decisions. I cultivate good habits and follow principles that leads me to success. I have the wisdom to make, manage, and multiply money effectively. I am a confident and inspiring speaker. I dream big dreams, set smart goals, make great plans, and take quick steps to make my dreams come true. I am a great leader. I inspire myself and others to achieve great things. I am excellent in my academics, and I love to learn new things. I believe in myself, and I have a positive self-image. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. I am proud to be a PIDAC ambassador and will fulfill my duties with love, respect, excellence, and dedication. So help me God. Amen. So if you have just made these affirmations, if you have taken this creed, give yourself a round of applause. You deserve it. Wow, amazing. David, I can see you are playing in the background. Don't worry. When we meet on Thursday, you will tell me 20 things you learned from today's class. 20 things you learned from today's class. All right, so I really enjoyed today's class. Wow. So next week is going to be amazing. So there's no topic for next week. Next week is a revision class, okay? But like I said, after the quiz, my teachers should get ready. I'm going to invite everybody in PDAC Foundation. So the class is going to be a full class, okay? So aside Murewa, Anthony, and Deborah, every other person to get ready. You're just coming up to just teach us for 5 minutes, okay? I know you can do it. We've taught you communication, we've taught you courage, we've taught you resilience, we've taught you self-awareness. So you should be ready. How many of you are ready? If you are ready for next week, just drop "I am ready" in the comment section. And if you are scared, you type "I am scared." All right. Okay. Oh, yes. Deborah is ready. Wow. Who else is ready? Daniela is not ready. Anthony is ready. Okay. Murewa was born ready. Wow. That is amazing. I love that. I love that. The Malobos, you know you cannot escape it. Of course, I'm going to call you out. You've been our amazing ambassador. Yes, I love that. I love that. Okay. All right, so this is where we come to the end of today's class. So go into the new week, be more assertive, practice what you are being taught, you know, learn to stand up for yourself respectfully and all. All right, Kiki, your hands out. We are done. Okay, so you can, sorry, let me